Hey guys, it's Otti again. I'm here in an online call with Her Majesty Elizabeth Nuit, Noir. Noir Nuit. Huh. Hi.
Yes. Hi everyone.
Hi. You're the captain, the singer, no, not the captain, but the singer of the band Pirate Queen and the
Yes,
Queen,
that's
you can say.
well, yeah, we are all royalty in the band, but yeah, I am the queen.
So, and Pirate Queen is like a band, your crew that is traveling all around the seas and all around the world. We'll talk about this. But as a band, you can say, power metal in the style of pirate
Yes, that's
world,
right.
in a fantasy world, pirate feeling. Do it like
Yes,
that.
perfect description. Yes.
Great. I already had a talk with your captain. I
Oh
think
yeah.
it was 2 years ago, but since back then you haven't been part of the band. You told me, so you're new to the band?
Well, actually, it's funny because I was in the band from the very beginning when it was formed, like 500 years ago, and I was recording, the demos and all. But then something came up and I had to leave to fix, like state issues with our kingdom. So Maria, who was the singer for the first album, she came in and she helped us. And now it was just natural for me to come back and stay for a long time.
Cool, cool, cool. And we have to explain to the people outside, you're around, as you mentioned, for more than 500 years, traveling
Yes,
around the seas. For 500 years, you really look good, I have to say.
thank you.
So, so maybe next 500 years, some gray hair or something, but no, it's fine. And as you haven't been part of the band back then, as you have been doing your issues, how did you look at the band back then? What was your feeling when you saw they have been starting the new travel with this album called Ghosts and stuff?
Mhm. I mean, the songs were already, created when I was there because
Hmm.
I recorded the demos. I think the direction the band went was already very well planned by all of the members. So I already knew what was gonna happen and where we were gonna go, even though I wasn't there. So it just felt like a little hiatus for me. And then when I came back for the new album, everything just went like a little bit deeper and more dramatic, and the sound evolved, and everything was like we put a little bit more of symphonic, we put a little bit more of folk, like sea folk sounds,
Mhm.
and it just somehow became more dramatic. So it's just it just became what it was meant to be, and I already knew this was gonna happen. So I didn't feel like I was stepping into something unknown. I already knew the girls and all, so everything felt natural for me.
Yeah, good. And when exactly did you come back? And when did you start working on the album? What was the time?
I mean, we have a lot of songs already created
Hmm.
because we've been 500 years, doing music. So we just, for the first album, we just picked some of them so we could show them to the world and everybody could get like a little bit of what Pirate Queen was gonna be. And for the second album, we just went for the ones that, uh, sounded like a natural evolution of the first album. So I would say that I just didn't have to do much because everything was already like created. We did it all together, and I was in the band. Like I officially came back just after all the touring was finished. So I've been here for already like I would say a year and a half or so.
Hmm.
So we had a lot of time, to put everything back together, and also to welcome our new bassist, which is a cousin from from the bassist we had originally, and she was with us on all the how do you say it in English? All the rehearsals. So she already knew the songs. She was there, like, because we are a big family in Lixion, so there's a lot of musicians that just come and go. Just depends on who is available by the time we need for the touring or just for the recordings and stuff.
I see. So the crew is bigger than only the 5 women that actually are shown on pictures at the moment. And if you
Exactly.
need someone, you have some in the back, some really good
Yes.
good girls
Yes.
who know their job. Great.
I mean, all pirates love music, so that's
For sure. And I know
yeah.
I really know many pirate bands, but you are till now the only all-female pirate band I know. So
Mhm.
this is what makes you special for the people outside, probably.
Mhm.
And so you came back for the new album, but did you have some live concerts already with the crew, or
No, I
not yet?
haven't, and I can't wait to get them, because we already have a lot of things planned. For example, on the 6th of September, we have the Female Fronted Violence Festival. And that's just what we have announced, but we have a lot of things, like very big things coming up. I don't want to spoil it, but yeah, we are very excited, and I just can't wait to get a feeling of how people receive the new album, because I know for sure that last time we were on tour, there was a lot of people that came to the girls and were like very heartfelt the songs and help them to get through some hard stuff, because actually that's our main goal with the music that we do, just to give a little bit of, like, we want to support people, and we want to invite them to come to our, like, imagination world, because in this place you can be whoever you want to be in Lixion, and this lets people to leave their problems outside, and just be happy for a day. And that's what we want to do when we do concerts. It's not just a metal concert, it's like we invite everyone to the crew. So I really want to experience that.
Yeah, for sure. And I think we have to explain to the people outside, it's more than a band. It's like a universe you create, like in an RPG, but or in a film or something like that, and people can come in and be part of this as well.
Yes, we actually invite everyone that comes to our concerts to come greet us. And if you're lucky enough, you might end up having, a sword fight with one of us. Yeah.
Great. And regarding the new album, it's called Sailing Around the World. So
Mhm.
perfect title for pirate crew and band. What was important to you? You mentioned the songs have been already there, but for
Yeah.
sure you did learn from Ghost. So what
Yes.
what learnings did you take and make things better on the new record?
Well, as I mentioned before, we tried to make everything more mature, more deep, more dark, more dramatic, And we just took what we felt really worked with us from the first album and just explore it further, And always, of course, with our we have like an entity that usually gets to us through Victoria Pearl, because she's a master on Ouija. And she usually summons him, which is Barbatos, Duke of Hell. He sometimes just, comes with some perfect riff or some melodies. Or sometimes it's just, like Destiny, our captain. She comes with the perfect song. Or we get the ambience and then I come up with the lyrics and then we have the song. That's how we work.
Great. And is there a bigger story behind this new record?
Yeah.
Some storytelling? Because at the beginning, for example, there's some spoken word. It's more like an introduction. So this whole total complete story. And maybe can you summarize it a little bit?
Well, I mean, if I have to summarize the whole thing, I would say that those songs are like little sneak peeks of our adventures through these centuries. Some of them are just the beginning of a story. Some others are like a story itself. For example, Willem Kate is a story of how our new bassist, Coral, she met Amaro Pargo, who was a pirate, a Spanish pirate. And they kind of had an affair, you know, and then he told her before he was hanged where he hid his treasure. So there you have the whole story. And if you search a little bit, you will find all the details.
Yes, yes, yeah. And for this, for example, you already published a video.
Yes, that's the one that we published, yes.
Yeah. And the video was, I think, recorded at some cool place, but I don't know. What place was it? Was it like a castle or something? Or where did you record and how did this come up?
Kind of. It's called Casa Canals. It's in Tarragona, Spain. And this place was actually the place where the pirate Willem Kate, who's actually one of our ancestors, came to, you know, like just for holidays and stuff. He bought that house, and then this house was passed down to Victoria, who is his most direct descendant. And that's how we came to record there, because we knew that she could contact with the Ouija with him, and he helped us to explain his story through the song. While we were recording, you could hear like his ghost walking. It was very creepy and very cool.
Yeah. Okay, I see. I think ghosts always are important for you. So you often meet ghosts and creatures that are a little bit spooky.
Yeah.
So and what are your favorite spooky creatures you like fantasy creatures and stuff?
Well, that's a hard question because I really like all of them. I mean, we have a siren in our band, you know, because Coral, she's a mermaid. But I would have to say the Kraken is my favorite, you know, although he's been causing some trouble, and that's actually why I had to be out of the first album, because I had to, you know, talk to him a little bit so he didn't destroy our ships.
That's so you had a quest to save the whole crew back then.
Yeah.
Yes, yeah. Totally understand. Cool. And you mentioned the William Kid that it is about treasure and stuff. Did you find the treasure? Did you go for it? And did you find it?
We did find it, and actually, it's a very funny story, because if you check the video, you would see that at some point behind me, there's a huge painting of him. Mm-hmm. And behind that painting, there was the clue to find the treasure.
Okay. But you won't tell me what was in the treasure chest.
No.
Okay.
No, I can't tell you that.
This is a secret for sure. But besides this, what are your biggest treasures you have in life? You have some?
Well, I mean, our biggest treasure, of course, is everybody that listens to us, you know, because every time that we go on a concert and we see and we hear people singing our songs, I mean, what is the biggest treasure if it's not them? And especially when they are brave enough to come to us when we are, for example, in the merchandising stand, and they come and they tell us, you know, heart in hand, you really helped me with this, with your music. I was having a bad time, and now I just, you know, listen to your songs whenever I feel bad, and I feel a little bit better. That's like the biggest treasure you can have as a musician and as a pirate too. Because you know that person is gonna be crew forever.
Yeah, would you understand? Great. And we have to talk about this. I did this with Destiny as well back then. The one problem you might face is that most pirates are male. It's like that nowadays. And you are somehow different. You're the female ones. How do you deal with all those machos out there in this pirate world? Do you kick their asses? Do you cut their heads? Or
No, not really. I mean, we welcome everyone. It doesn't matter what gender they are. And actually, the most curious thing is that there are a lot of female pirates in history. We've met them all, you know, because they come to Lixian. Usually they even born there. So it's just that they're not that famous. And maybe that's why we really want to bring all that little piece of forgotten history to all of you.
Yeah. And we want to get more stories of you. about pirates you know, like pirate stories and pirates that lived in real life and stuff, who are the ones you really look up to, where you say, okay, these have been inspirations for you as a pirate?
I mean, besides from one of like for all of those that are family, maybe like you know, William Kidd and Amara Pargo. I would say there's a Swedish pirate that I really like, who's called Ingela. I don't know how to pronounce her surname, but she was a really badass, and I mean, I really like her because you know I haven't met her, but Destiny has, and she told me that she once won like an entire fleet of ships just by making the captain drink, and then she stole the ships, and she became like very powerful. Like she's a very cool pirate. For example, this one I really like, and I think whenever I hear stories like this, you know, you get that hype feeling, and then you just make it very easy to put it in power metal music because that's the kind of spirit I think it has.
For sure. This is where you make all your songs all out of these stories and these inspirations, for sure. I never asked how your ship is called. What's the name of your ship, actually?
Santa Lucia is our like the big ship that commands the whole fleet. Yes.
There was a song about this on the last album, I think.
Exactly. Yes.
Sure.
Yeah, that's right.
And where and how did you get this ship? Did you conquer it, or?
No, this ship was crafted in Lixion. We have very, very good craft women. So yeah, they just do it very well. I mean, you know, it was crafted by a woman because it has all the little details, you know, they really pay attention.
So do you think it's really like this, that, for example, when it comes to details and, for example, some elements of beauty or of practical things, that women are more looking for this? Is it like that?
I don't know. I mean, I kind of think it's 50-50, you know, because sometimes someone may not say it out loud, but they just appreciate it in silence, and they may be male too, so that's fine. I mean, and some other women are just, you know, not really into that kind of little things. But yeah, I think there's a little bit of everything.
And for sure, the album, I think it comes out in September, if I'm right. So
yes,
it's a little while from now.
Yeah, we don't have a date yet, but it's gonna come on September. Yes.
Yeah. So, and for you, it will be the first one where your voice is to be heard.
Yes.
So how excited are you at the moment, and what are you doing to get this excitement down somehow?
Well, I mean, I'm super excited, as you can tell. And for me, what works is just, you know, go on my ship and travel a little bit so I can get all the adrenaline out of me. That's the best way, just to fight against the waves. That's like peak way of getting your adrenaline out.
And regarding getting on the ship, are there already some shows announced, some destinations where you get with your ship and play live?
Yes, as I told you before, the one that we have confirmed is the one that we are gonna play on the 6th of September. Okay. But for the rest, I know that we are working like to get really, really big concerts this year, and if not this year, the next one. But yes, we are gonna go like really bigger this time because you know, the first album, you are still on trial, you know, trying to see how people react and all. But the feedback was so good, and is being so good also for this video that we just released. And we are just releasing one yet. I mean, I can't imagine how it's gonna be when we release the whole album. I'm just like, I know it's gonna go very well. So I'm pretty sure we will be able to play way more than we did the last time.
I can tell you my talk with Destiny, for example, back then, it also gets now more and more views because people are longing for the new material. They have heard and seen the video and see that something is happening. And there really are people, seem to be people outside that are big fans of you already. So this can get something big, hopefully.
Yeah. I think so. I mean, we are pouring our hearts in it, so I think people can really see that. They can really hear it, and that's all we need to do as musicians, except from all the promotion and stuff, and well, everything that is required in mainland, bureaucracy and stuff. But besides that, what you have to do for people to really get attached to you is just do things sincerely, and that's what we're doing.
Yeah, totally. And that is what I feel. This is why I like to support you on your way. Do you have
Thank
some bigger dreams that you would like to fulfill as Pirate Queen? You as a person, also as a band?
I mean, I just wish that in 5 years we would be still playing with, I don't know, maybe 3 albums or 4 albums already in our backs, That would be great. Because actually we do this because we really enjoy it. And as long as it's like this, there's not really much to change, just develop our music a little bit more. And that's it.
And for sure, as you mentioned, there are many songs around floating.
Yes.
Oh, we have a visitor here. Maybe you see her ear here.
Yeah, I see her.
Yeah, she thought she will come.
Oh,
Do you have animals on board? Do you have some animals on the ship?
Men.
Animals.
I mean, males.
Animals. Like cats or...
Oh, yeah, we do. Actually, she's right here. She's resting. She's sleeping. I also have a little cat. She's a little bit magical cat because she can tell me when a storm is coming. So it's very nice.
I think Julie doesn't know when storms are coming, but she knows when Daddy needs some love. Oh.
She's very cute.
Going around things here. Cool. And I think we'll come to an end now slowly, but do you have something that you want to tell our audience for free? Some message, some...
Well, I mean, our audience is everything for us. And if I could just tickle their curiosity and come listen to us, especially the new album, I think there's a little bit of each style of metal inside of our power metal that is different for every song. And I think you might find one that is your favorite. And I really wish everyone could, give it a chance and try to come with us to Lexion for a little bit of time, inside their imagination, so they can be whoever they want.
Yeah, great. And I can tell the people the album is really cool. Check it out when it comes out. I personally would love to see you live on stage one day. So come to Germany, come to my area.
I'm sure we will. I can tell you, I'm sure we will.
And then we have some rum or some grog together.
Yeah, that would be very cool.
Cool. And for today, I say thank you. It was a great talk.
Thank you to you. It was a pleasure.
People outside, thanks for watching. Pirate Queen, really great band. Check them out. And I say bye-bye. Cheers.